In the competitive landscape of Hollywood, where A-list actresses vie for roles, awards and cultural dominance, alliances and rivalries often shape careers as much as talent does. Recent reports suggest that two of the industry's most celebrated talents, Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone, have joined forces in what some describe as a strategic move against Margot Robbie, a performer who has risen rapidly to become one of the most bankable stars of her generation. The speculation centers on an alleged plan by Lawrence and Stone to collaborate on a high-profile project that could eclipse Robbie's recent successes. Sources indicate that the duo, already close friends whose families are interconnected, are eyeing a revival of the Muppets franchise centered on the character Miss Piggy. This concept is positioned as a bold, comedic vehicle with the potential to become a massive hit, drawing comparisons to the cultural and financial phenomenon that was Robbie's 2023 film Barbie. Barbie, produced by Robbie's company Lucky Chap Entertainment in partnership with Warner Brothers, shattered box office expectations and grossed over $1 billion worldwide. It positioned Robbie as a powerhouse producer and star capable of turning pop culture icons into cinematic gold. However, not every Lucky Chap project has achieved the same level of success. For instance, the company's film Borderline reportedly underperformed dramatically, earning less than $300,000 globally, a stark contrast to Barbie's triumph. This disparity may have fueled perceptions of vulnerability in Robbie's producing track record, opening the door for competitors to challenge her spot at the top. Industry insiders have described Lawrence and Stone's collaboration as a deliberate counter-strategy. One source noted, "Emma and Jen aren't just best friends. Their whole families are friends and both of their respective production companies have real heat in the industry. The pair are said to be overdue for the kind of team-up they're setting up, with the Miss Piggy project aimed at replicating, or surpassing, the formula that made Barbie a phenomenon, transforming a familiar, beloved character into a fresh, irreverent comedy blockbuster." The source further emphasized the perceived advantages Lawrence and Stone bring to the table. Emma and Jen have more comedy experience than Margot, they have more Oscars than she does, and frankly they have better relationships in Hollywood than Robbie has. Stone's husband, Dave McCary, is highlighted as a key asset, an experienced comedy filmmaker whose work has earned respect in producing circles. Stone herself has built a strong reputation as both an actress and producer in recent years. Lawrence, meanwhile, is portrayed as fearless and hardworking. Having shared the screen with legends like Leonardo DiCaprio and Cate Blanchett over the past 15 years, she commands significant respect. The insider added, "People are only skeptical of Jen until they work with her and see how hard she can work." This characterization paints her as a formidable collaborator who thrives under pressure. The reported plot against Robbie appears rooted more in professional ambition than personal animosity. Hollywood is a town where success breeds imitation and competition, and the rise of one star often prompts others to level up their game. Robbie's achievements with Barbie set a new benchmark for actress-led, IP-driven comedies, inspiring peers to pursue similar high-concept projects. Lawrence and Stone, both Oscar winners with proven comedic chops, Silver Linings Playbook and La La Land among others, are well-positioned to enter that arena. Critics of this narrative might argue that framing it as a direct plot against Robbie sensationalizes routine industry maneuvering. Collaborations like the proposed Miss Piggy film are common as actresses seek to diversify their portfolios and leverage strong creative partnerships. Still, the language used by sources, terms like oust and top what Margot Robbie managed with Barbie, suggests a sense of rivalry, whether real or manufactured for dramatic effect. Robbie has yet to publicly respond to these reports, and her career trajectory remains strong. With Lucky Chap continuing to develop projects and her acting slate full, she is far from displaced. However, the emergence of coordinated efforts from peers like Lawrence and Stone underscores the fluid, competitive nature of Hollywood stardom. In an industry where momentum is everything, staying ahead requires constant innovation, and sometimes strategic alliances to challenge those at the top.